All right, we record. All right. Welcome you guys to another week of weekly predictions. This week, man, I got a special guest. Introduce yourself.
Man, it's your boy Craig 1K. You already know what it is. All things NFL. I'm a big Bucks fan, but I know everything down from how horrible the Broncos offense is to how everything Jacksonville Jaguars coaching staff is. We're gonna pick some games for you. You might win some cheese, you feel me? Just lay back, sit tight, and watch the real people of football do what the real people of football do, bro.
Yeah, I needed this week. I need another NFL guru to help me out with these picks, man. Last week I ain't do too hot with my picks, but you know it'd be able to be. We recording this as of Friday night, so we already missed the Thursday game. But if you guys didn't watch, the Vikings won 36-28. It was actually up, I think, like 29-0 at one point. I don't know how the fuck the Steelers came back, but that's the Vikings thing. So hey, yep. we're not gonna hold y'all too long, bro. We finna get right into it. So first game, man, we got the Ravens at the Browns. How we feel about it, Fred?
So you got Lamar Jackson, you got Baker Mayfield, which in my opinion is playing horrible right now, but I think he's semi-injured. But it's a divisional game, so everybody's gonna come and play, their best football. You look at Cleveland's O-line, pretty good. You look at Baltimore's O-line, it's okay. This game is going to be about really who wants it more. And Cleveland is no pushover. I know they've been having some tough games, but their rushing attack is outstanding in my opinion. And they got some good defensive playmakers. Myles Garrett, I believe Greg Newsome is a rookie, and he's almost dominating over there in that corner position. I'm not sure if John Johnson is playing, but when he's on the field, he's good. So it's definitely going to be a good game by all means. But I want to say the safe pick. I'm going to go Baltimore 23, Cleveland 17. What you thinking?
Okay. I'm kind of on the same page, man. I just can't trust the Browns, man. They at home, I understand all that. But Baker Mayfield, I know he's dealing with like multiple injuries right now. The offense hasn't looked that great. And at the end of the day, bro, the Browns are the Browns. They're still a shitty ass organization. Let's keep it real. And on the other side of the field, bro, you got Lamar, and the Ravens have their moments where they be tripping, but I expect them to win this game. I also expect it to be like a relatively low scoring game. And I got my prediction close to yours. I'm gonna say Ravens 20 and the Browns 17. So,
okay.
Yeah, so we're both going with the Ravens on that one. All right, so for the next game, we got the 2-10 Jaguars at the 8-4 Titans. I'll start this one off since I let you start the last one off. It's the Jaguars, bro. Like, regardless who on the fucking field, bro, my grandma could be out there playing linebacker, bro. Like, shit not gonna change, bro. So, yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you the Titans. I mean, they still don't have Derrick Henry. I know Julio started practicing. I don't know if he's playing this week. I know AJ Brown's on IR, but like I said, bro, it's the Jaguars. But to be fair, the Titans are a weird team, bro. They lost to the Jets this year, and did they lose to the Texans? Yeah. So they lost to the Texans and the Jets this year. So it could be one of those trap games. It's a division game. The Titans not fully healthy, so the Jaguars could sneak one out. But I'm going with a safe pick. I'm gonna take the Titans. I'm gonna say they easily win. I'm gonna go with the Titans winning 31-17. How we feel about this game, Kurt?
So here's the deal, and I'll be honest with you. There's not a team in the National Football League that mind boggles me more than the Jacksonville Jaguars. Good location, nice colors, nice team, state taxes not there. I mean, it's an attractive place to go. They get free agents and then they cut them. They just get rid of them. Jalen Ramsey gone. Malik Jackson had a great time when he was there. They cut him. Marcel Dick just cut him out of nowhere. It's just weird. It's a weird franchise. They're benching Robinson, their best running back, in my opinion, on the field right now because he fumbled. That's ridiculous. So I don't know what Urban Meyer's doing, but I can't see them beating the Tennessee Titans. I'm going to go Tennessee 37. Jacksonville Jaguars, they'll get a trash touchdown or two, so I'll give them 17. It's not Trevor Lawrence's fault. He's being led by someone that is not a good NFL head coach. He's a great college coach, but this Urban Meyer thing is going to fall apart fast unless they give him a super team.
After this year?
If I was Shad Khan, yes, I would fire him and go get somebody in the NFL. I mean, you got to look. He made a big hire. I think it was a wrong hire. He made a big hire. He tried to find him because the Doug Marrone hire. I don't say it was bad, but it wasn't exciting. It worked at first, but I think Doug got undercut by Coughlin, and Coughlin kept getting in fights with him. Because if you hear Jalen Ramsey, his interview with Ryan Clark that day, he said he didn't really have a problem with Doug Marrone. A lot of the players say it wasn't him, it was the Coughlin. So since they had to get rid of Marrone because he still couldn't win because the roster was bad. They got rid of all his people. But Urban Meyer hasn't really done anything to earn a second year. I mean, Trevor looks worse and worse and worse every year. You're fighting with players. You're getting caught at the bar. It's like the Jacksonville Jaguars need a veteran head coach like Jim Caldwell, or they need to go get Tony Dungy out the booth. They need something like that. Somebody that can come in there and build real, football. Because what they have right now is rookies leading rookies. It's a young team with a head coach that has never, coached in the National Football League. So that's a rookie leading rookie. And that usually, me as a Buccaneers fan, you look at when we did that with Raheem Morris, who was our DB's coach, and we elevated him to head coach. And it was bad. It was bad. I mean, he had one winning season, and that was good. But Raheem Morris, in my opinion, isn't going to be a better head coach in the NFL than Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer's not built for the league, but I can't see him beating them. But like you said, a divisional game, I would like for them to win. It'd be nice to see Jacksonville, but nah, they're not gonna beat Tennessee.
Yeah, man, it's tough because with the whole Urban Meyer thing, it's tough because they had the number one pick. You take Trevor Lawrence, and I like Trevor Lawrence, man. I was a big fan of him back when he was in Clemson, but it's like I'm afraid they're going to ruin his career unless he just goes somewhere else. Maybe after his rookie contract. Bro, it's not going to happen in Jacksonville, bro.
It's not with Urban Meyer.
Yeah, fuck no. I don't think if for whatever reason he does make it to next year, he won't last to the end of next year. No, I think he's either going this offseason or they be like, okay, it was 1 year, bring him back. And fired.
He gets fired. There's no way with that current staff they're going to win. He's going to have to fire his coordinators if they want to win. They're not good. Yeah, the Jaguars, don't get me wrong, they're not a playoff team right now, but they're better than 2-10. Trevor Lawrence is not playing that great. Some to blame on him, but also some to blame on the coaching staff. And then, like you said, James Robinson, by far your best offensive weapon. You sit him because he fumbles. You cannot name one running back in the league that has never fumbled. Exactly. It's part of the game. And it's mind-boggling because Carlos Hyde fumbled and didn't get benched. That's just mind-boggling to me. And Carlos Hyde's level of play at this point in his career is way beneath James Robinson. So I don't know what Jacksonville. That's Urban Meyer for you. So on that game, we both got Titans easily winning that game. All right, so going to the next game. It's an interesting game, another division battle. We got the Raiders at the Chiefs. I'm going to let you go ahead and start this one off. If old John Gruden was there, I would pick the Raiders wholeheartedly. But Rich Bisaccia is not going into – is it in Kansas City? Yeah, in Kansas City. There's no way Rich Bisaccia – and I hope I'm wrong. Believe me, I don't like the Chiefs. But there's no way Rich Bisaccia and Derek Carr are going into Arrowhead and winning that game. Now, if it was Gruden – I don't care what the roster looked like. John Gruden, that's the type of game Gruden wins, but not this coaching staff. And the fact that Derek Carr and the Raiders, they kind of disappointed in their last game, just, kind of surprised me. Who was it that they played? Washington. Yeah, that was the offense was inept. So unless Oakland's, or my apologies, Las Vegas's defense is turned up, it's gonna be hard to stop Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. And even though their offense isn't doing extremely good, you got to look at the defense of the Kansas City Chiefs, and it is vastly improved since the beginning of the season. And so with that combination, I just don't really think that Oakland or Las Vegas at this time has what it takes to pull it off. But it is a divisional game, so they'll put a fight up. But I want to say I'll give the Chiefs 23. I'll give Oakland – I keep saying Oakland. I'll give the Raiders 13. So 23-13? You got 13. Okay, so interesting. So with this game, man, the Raiders. Let me start off with the Raiders. The Raiders are such a weird team, man. I believe I don't know if they was at home or not this last game against Washington.
All I know is they lost like at the end or whatever, but that's not even my point. On Thanksgiving night, you go. Oh, I'm checking my camera. But on Thanksgiving night, you go into Dallas, a good Dallas team. You
Yeah,
know, Dallas have his problems on defense, of course, but you go into Dallas and get a big time statement win
yeah,
on Thanksgiving, and you look like okay, you look like
he's
a
back.
good AFC team. But then you go and play Washington and struggle and end up losing. So it's tough to trust the Raiders. The only thing I will say to Raiders about the Raiders when it comes to the Chiefs, they usually have pretty good games. And yes,
Yeah,
Jonathan was the coach back then when they was having like last year and shit like that. But
yeah,
Raiders usually play the Chiefs well. Don't get me wrong, the Chiefs for the most part still be winning against them, but the Raiders be keeping it close. Um, on the Chiefs side of the ball, the Chiefs, like you said, their defense is starting to turn up, which is not good for the AFC, honestly. Their
yeah.
defense is starting to turn up, and as long as their offense is clicking, I don't see the Raiders stopping the Chiefs, to be
Yeah.
honest. And I know you was a little bit lower on the score spectrum than I am, but I got the Chiefs putting on like 34. So I'm gonna say Chiefs win 34 and the Raiders. I got them scoring a little bit. I'm gonna say Chiefs 34, Raiders 20. I'm gonna lock that in. So I got the Chiefs put pretty scoring at will pretty much, and I got the
Okay.
winning by 14.
Okay.
So going on to the next game, this is a shitty ass game that I feel bad for anybody who has to watch this shit. We got the New Orleans Saints against the New York Jets at the Jets.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna start this one off. So the Jets. Remind me who started for them. Is it still Zach Wilson or did
Mhm.
okay? So there's okay. I was thinking of some other team. All right. So we got Zach Wilson starting, and on the other side for the Saints, I believe they're starting their rookie Ian Book, right?
Mhm.
Such a shit show, man. Because it's like, yes, the Jets are at home, and the Jets, they're up and down team, down
I
for the
ra-
most part.
I'd rather watch Georgia Southern than the damn Jets
Yeah,
Saints
bro.
game.
Like I'd rather watch a USF volleyball game than this.
Yeah, that.
Um, I don't know, man. Ian Book, we have never seen what he could do. I trust the coaching staff for Sean Payton more than Robert Saleh. I fuck with Robert Saleh, but I mean it's the Jets at the end of the day. But this just feels like one of those games where the Saints lose, bro. The Saints, it seems like every year loses to a trash team that they're not supposed to. So I'm probably gonna go with the Jets with the upset, man, because they got the Saints favored by 6 on the road. But this just seems like a game where Zach Wilson he could string together a couple touchdowns and with the struggles of Ian Book, maybe the Jets could get a couple stops. So I'm gonna have this as a lower scoring type of game. I'm gonna say the Jets win 20-17, pulling off the 6 point ups 6 point underdog spread. I'm gonna have the Jets winning that upset. Who you got?
I'm gonna have to agree with you. I thought you were going with the Saints. I think that the New York Jets, led by Robert Saleh and Zach Wilson, are finally going to put the nail in the coffin of the Sean Payton the Sean Payton travesty, and the honest truth that Drew Brees was the only reason that Sean Payton kept going to the playoffs, because without him, it is not looking hot. It's what they deserve. May the people that got hurt from that bounty hunt that they did rest in peace for how nasty of a football coach he is. And rightfully so, I believe the Jets are going to walk out of that building 27 to, let's see, 13. I like it.
Oh, so you got
I like it. I'm confident in the New York Jets, and you'll never ever hear me say that ever again. But this week, I'm confident in the Jets.
27-13. You got them pretty much controlling the game and winning pretty easily.
Yep.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. So yeah, that's so far. We both agree with pretty much the same team so far. That's our first underdog pick of the slate. We're gonna keep moving on though. So this is a pretty interesting game coming up. Another divisional game. I seen in the media a little trash talk between the coaches, but we got the Dallas Cowboys at the Washington football team. And I seen something with it was Mike McCarthy, the coach of the Cowboys. He guaranteed his team was going to win. So, yeah, and I feel like, don't get me wrong, I feel like the Cowboys are definitely more talented than Washington, but a divisional game on the road, it's like you kind of setting yourself up.
They're
Guaranteed.
in Dallas. I mean, in Washington.
That's in Washington.
Mm.
I don't know, man. They got the Cowboys favored by 5 points, reasonably so. But the Washington, I believe, if I'm not wrong, let me check. I'm pretty sure they're on the current win streak. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're on a 4-game winning streak, and they beat some quality teams. They started off with the Bucks. Sorry, I had to bring it up. It started off with the Bucks. Then they beat the Panthers, who's trash. Seahawks, who's decent, and then they beat the Panthers last week. So they're playing some good football right now. And I don't want to necessarily call this a trap game, but division, and you got the other coach talk about, oh, we're gonna win regardless. I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be a close game. With all that being said, I still got the Cowboys though. I got the Cowboys 24-20. I think it's gonna be a close game, but it's not gonna be as sweet as Mike McCarthy thinks it's gonna be. Who you got?
There's nothing more than anything in this world that I would love for the Washington Redskins to beat the Dallas Cowboys. I'm sorry, the Washington football team to beat the Dallas Cowboys. It's a love-hate relationship with both of them. In the one hand, I see a quarterback in Taylor Heinicke who is being overhyped. It started off with the Buccaneers loss in the playoffs, which they were missing Devin White, a cornerback, and a safety at the point, and he played pretty decent and he lost. And I got to hear all of this Heinicke this and Heinicke that, and I saw on the field that he wasn't all that. But now he's getting lucky, and now his defense is playing at tremendous level than it was before, which is odd because Chase Young is out. So on the other hand, I would love to see Dallas smack the hell out of Taylor Heinicke. It would make me happy. It would make me smile, and my whole week would be made. And it's kind of a hard game to pick, but I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say the Dallas Cowboys are going to win this game every which way. And they're going to win 33-20.
Okay.
They'll pull off towards it. It'll be a tough one, and Taylor Heinicke will do something dumb, or somebody will fumble and something like that, and the game will turn around. I'm pretty much picking Dallas.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be a real interesting game. I'm going to be tuning into that based off of how Mike McCarthy come in with that energy. So we're gonna see if he can back it up.
By the way, Mike McCarthy should never be talking that bold. He did horrible at one of the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL, at Aaron Rodgers, and wasted a prime. He should have had 2 or 3 Super Bowls at least. But so Mike McCarthy don't need to be talking about nothing because he lost to the Denver Broncos, so he needs to calm down. But that's beside the point.
And the crazy thing is, man, I don't even know. Like, I didn't do too much research on it, but I don't even know what sparked that up for him to come out like that. Because Washington, their head coach is Ron Rivera, and
he's quiet.
No guy that's coming out talking trash. He was actually kind of surprised that Mike McCarthy said that, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's a tactic to get his team hyped up for a big divisional game, but I don't know. We're gonna see. Going on to another divisional game. Seems like we got a lot of divisional games this week. This time it's in y'all division. It ain't the Bucks though, but it is the Falcons at the Carolina Panthers.
Maddie Ice.
This is another game I will not be tuning into, bro. Who's the quarterback for the Panthers right now? Is it PJ Walker? Is he starting?
My granddaddy. I don't know. Cam Newton.
I don't even know what's going on over there, man. Cam Newton sucks. I think Sam Darnold might still be hurt. I don't know. It don't even matter. On the other side of the ball, the Falcons are not that great. Calvin Ridley been out for the longest due to personal reasons, which I think is a whole bunch of bull crap.
Personal reasons that he don't want to play for that. I wouldn't want to play for them either.
Exactly. Don't get me wrong. I definitely stand for mental health awareness and stuff like that. But
that was week 4.
Be real. If the Falcons are playoff team, he'll be playing right now.
Yeah, that was week 4 now. It's week 12, 13. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, you need a whole year for mental awareness? Damn.
Yeah, man. I got to go to work. I have a bad day.
I'm trying to tell you, everybody have a bad day at the office.
For real.
But they got the Panthers favored by 3 at home. And I don't know if you're too familiar with the betting lines, but the home team automatically gets 3 points. So pretty much they're saying it's an even game, which I can understand why. Falcons, I mean, they're poverty. The Panthers, they're not too much better. I want to lean towards the Falcons, bro, because I don't have a good history with the Panthers this year. It seems like every time I bet on the Panthers or I want them to win, it just doesn't happen. So I would trust Matt Ryan 10 times out of 10 over PJ Walker. I'm gonna keep it 100. The only thing that scares me about this game, as far as my Falcons pick, the Panthers defense, they're definitely good on paper, but
they got elite playmakers on paper, but
yeah,
together,
like it's just if they put it together or not. Because I can definitely see the Panthers potentially locking up the Falcons. I mean, the Falcons' top option besides Kyle Pitts is Russell Gage Jr. So it's like, I don't know. I'm not even confident in this pick, but I'm gonna stick to it. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. And I got the Falcons winning 23-17. Who you got?
Okay. So Matt Ryan is not very good anymore. But regardless of how much gas runs out his tank, he's 50 times better than Cam Newton right now, 50 times better than PJ Walker, and probably 100 times better than Sam Darnold. With that being said, you got an interesting matchup, like you said, with Carolina's defense and Atlanta's offense. Atlanta's offense is anemic, to say. But in Atlanta's defense, before they got stomped by Tampa Bay, they were doing pretty good in the previous 3-4 weeks offensively, while Matt Ryan was playing at a high level. So with that being said, I'm going to lean on Matt Ryan in a close game. I'm going to say that the difference would be right now, I think Arthur Smith, and I can't believe I'm giving him credit to be better than anyone. I'm taking Arthur Smith over Matt Rule right now. I mean, Arthur Smith, he's not the best. He's learning and he's grinding out. 5-7 in a rookie year. I do have to remind people that that's not bad for a rookie head coach. He's obviously working with a middle of the road roster. Still got a vet quarterback. It's going to get better next year if they can draft correctly. Matty, I mean, you could get rid of him, but I would rather probably just draft a rookie next year and still keep him, and get some more weapons so that they can get better offensively. And then after next year, put the rookie in. So I'm gonna go with Atlanta, and I actually think even though they're closely suited, I got Atlanta probably winning 27-3.
Wow, 27-3.
Yeah, Carolina's not gonna score. I watched the Miami football team just demolish them. Tua has had problems playing ball the whole year, and he moved it with ease. They're not gonna score.
Okay, interesting. 27-3. I wasn't expecting that. But I mean, it kind of makes sense. Christian McCaffrey's not playing. I don't know what's up with the quarterback situation. It doesn't really matter. All their quarterbacks been playing horrible this year. So I mean, it's not unrealistic, I could say. So that's interesting though. But we're gonna move on to the next game, man. We got the Seattle Seahawks against the Houston Texans. We'll let you lead this one off.
David Culley. They just threw David Culley and said, fuck it, coach something. And I hate the fact that David got to go through it, man, but David Culley is this year's test dummy for the NFL coaching because he was set up to fail. With that being said, you ever woke up on the side of the bed that just wasn't normal? You ever did something that just wasn't normal? I'm just going to do something out the ordinary. Give me Houston. I don't know why. I just feel like Tyrod Taylor is not starting, right?
No,
Mills.
They benched Tyrod. Yep.
I ain't whipped up that hard. Hey, I thought Tyrod was going to be in that. Hey, I'm going to Seattle 30. Hey, let me change. I thought Tyrod was going to be in. Hold on. Dash Seattle Seahawks 48. Let me stop. I'm going to pick the Seattle Seahawks. I want to say 29 to Houston. I'll give them 10. 29. Houston's offense is ridiculously bad. Like, it's a bad offense. The only thing that gets their offense rolling is if Tyrod Taylor's in and he uses his legs to go score touchdowns. Davis Mills, I watched him play. Davis Mills isn't a bad quarterback. He's actually decent. I've watched him play a full couple of games. But ain't nobody playing good ball in that offense. They got no weapons. Everybody they do have, they cut. No one's going to win in that offense unless you can run, because you're going to be running for your life, because Houston has, I think, a bottom half of the league O-line. It's a mess in Houston. So I think Russell kind of got it together last week. I think the Seahawks win. What about you?
All right, yeah. I think the Seahawks win pretty easily. You covered all the points with Texans. Their offense is horrendous. Their defense is probably even worse.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, I think they're the worst team in the league. I actually like the Lions over them, even though the Lions have a worse record. Worse is not even a word. But anyway, I have the Seahawks clearly winning. I actually had them like blowing them out pretty bad. I'm gonna have the Seahawks put up 38, and the Houston Texans gonna put up 3. Houston is so bad, bro.
They are bad, man.
Yeah, man. Seahawks, they've been having a pretty rough year. They're 4-8 right now, but they're healthy. Russell Wilson is healthy. DK Metcalf, Tyler. Bro, Houston is not stopping them. It's gonna be a track race for DK and Tyler all game. So yeah, it's no resistance there. They just lost to the Colts 31-0 last week. Like, it's gonna be very similar. Let's keep it real. So yeah, Seahawks easily win this one, 38-3, in my opinion. Going on to the next game, man. Speaking of the Lions are on the road facing the Denver Broncos. I'm gonna leave this one off. They got Denver Broncos favored by 11 points, and I think, I could understand why, but on the other side of things, Denver is not that great. They're 6-6. They started off 3-0, so that means they're in their last 9 games. They're playing 3-6. So
bad ball.
Don't get me wrong, bro. Don't get me wrong. The Lions, I feel like they shoot themselves in the foot more than not. I think the Lions could keep this close, if not win. You know what? I had the Jets winning. That's my upset earlier. This is my upset of the fucking week. I'm taking the Lions over the Broncos in Mile High. It's December. It's going to be cold, windy football. And I'm taking Dan Campbell to lead his team, Jared Goff for the lead them boys to a win. They're going to lead them boys to a win. I do not trust, as much as I like him, I do not trust Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater act like he can't throw his receivers the ball. You got Cortland Sutton on the field, and he would have given him like 1 or 2 targets a game. I don't know what's going on over there. I think Melvin Gordon is still out. I know they have a good running back in Javonte Williams, but overall, bro, the Broncos don't impress me, so why not? I'm going to take a stab at it. And my upset of the week, by far, the Detroit Lions, after coming off of winning their first game of the year, they will go back-to-back and go 2-10-1. So that's my upset special. The final score is going to be a low-scoring game. Final score, Lions 20, Broncos 14. Lock it in.
Okay.
What you
see?
think?
I was thinking of picking Detroit. TJ Hawkinson is out now. I'm gonna still flop mine, man. It's another starting O-line that just got hurt. So I was looking at their injury.
Damn. Damn, how are they gonna be starting?
Boo-boo. That's what they've been starting. But anyways, this is a game that if I seen the game, I probably would debate if I want to go jump off a bridge or watch Detroit play. Jared Goff looks goofy. I don't even know a word to describe him. He looks goofy this year, with the exception of one good positive football play with a wide open player, because Minnesota doesn't know how to call defense. Jared Goff has looked goofy. Like, for instance, the whole team has looked. I mean, Dan Campbell going for it in that Vikings game on his own 20, and then Jared Goff fumbling when it's like, it's 4th and 6 or 7. Don't fumble the ball. That's the one thing the quarterback should know. Like, Brady knows that. Wentz knows. Every quarterback, most of them know that, except for the low ones like Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota and those guys that just never really learned to stop turning the ball over. With that being said, it is tempting to take Detroit. They're coming off a win. You are right. The Broncos are legitimately like Tampa was a couple years ago, I think if they get a quarterback in there, even if they keep Vic Fangio as head coach, I think they go to the playoffs. That's just my personal opinion. I think they go to the playoffs. Their defense is good, even with some of the no names that they have. They have a solid defense, but with Teddy, they're not going to the playoffs. This year they'll probably end up 8-9 or 9-8 or maybe 7-10, somewhere along them couple lines.
Mhm.
But it's such a hard game. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna just think Dan Campbell messes up too much. I would love to see Detroit win, but Dan Campbell probably gonna mess it up. Goff gonna mess it up. I'll take the Broncos 20, Lions 19.
Oh, very close game.
Yeah, close game.
Okay. I respect that. Yeah, man, it's never easy going with the Lions, bro. The Lions, the Texans, they all in the same boat. They all.
Although I have betted on the Lions twice. Once against the Steelers, I almost won, and against Minnesota, they actually did win.
Yeah.
So I have picked them twice, but I had a feeling with that Steelers game, just the kickers don't know how to kick what the fuck.
Didn't they tie? That's their tie, right?
Yeah, they tied it. I bet Dana upright like $50 they was gonna win. And he was like, "Why you bet?" I was like, "Bro, I just got a feeling." I was so mad. The kicker of the Lions sucks, bro.
I didn't even watch that game.
He missed 2 kicks, bro.
Damn.
Detroit shouldn't be this bad. Like Detroit they're not good, but they should not be like they should have beat the Ravens. He makes a 66-yard.
They should have beat the Bears on Thanksgiving.
The Bears, I don't know, clock management was atrocious. And there's another game that they did kicker did the same thing. And they lost by 2 points. Kicker did the same thing. So you add those to what they won now, they shouldn't be this bad. But Dan Campbell and I know they're going to keep him, but I would fire him like yesterday. He cannot coach an NFL team. He got the heart, but he don't got the X's and O's.
I'm looking at their schedule right now. I'm looking at some of their closer games. That Ravens game, they damn sure should have won.
They should have won that.
That was unfortunate. The Vikings, I didn't watch that first game. The Vikings only beat them the first time, 19-17. I don't know what happened.
That was it. That was the game the kicker missed. The kicker missed twice again.
Oh, I think I remember that. Did the Vikings walk off with a field goal?
Yes. And their kicker missed.
And then they tied with the Steelers. I didn't watch this a couple weeks ago, but they lost 13-10 to the Browns. I didn't watch that.
That was a sloppy game. They should have won too. Kicker issues.
And then they lost to the Bears on Thanksgiving by 2 points. And then last week they finally got their first win. They had some close games.
Yeah.
Some of them definitely could have went the other way.
Offensively, they got to get better. I mean, they can keep Goff. They can keep him. I wouldn't go get a quarterback in this year's draft, but they can keep Goff, and they just got to get more players.
Yeah.
For now, because Goff can work. He not the sexiest quarterback. He ain't gonna lead you too far, but he can work because Sean McVay made him work, so he can work.
They definitely have a young superstar with DeAndre Swift. I think he's gonna be pretty damn good. I think they gotta get a receiver, bro. Yeah. They let Kenny Golladay walk to the Giants, and then they let Marvin Jones walk to the Jags.
So he actually was doing good until he got injured.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. They need some help because I mean they got TJ Hockenson and DeAndre Swift, but that's all they have. Defensive side of ball shit. I think they got Okuda, but
they got bad.
But he's hurt, I think.
Yeah, they got a lot of practice squad.
I've been hearing they might take that kid out of Michigan. He a DN. His last name is Hutchinson. I heard they might take
good. He's good.
I don't know.
I think it's a reach, but he's good.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the next game. And I'm interested. I really want to hear your take on this game. We got the Giants at the Chargers. And the reason I say I want to hear Craig 1K take on this game is because if you do not know, the Giants, due to injuries and a whole bunch of other shit, the Giants starting quarterback this Sunday will be Mike Glennon, former Buccaneer. So how do you think things fare out in LA this weekend?
The Los Angeles Chargers are going to have a pretty nice statement game this weekend. LA is better than New York Giants in every way, facet, shape, and form, from quarterback down to the colors of the damn uniform. I'm gonna be real with you. I like the Chargers. I know they're up and down, and I don't know why Anthony Lynn was fired for Brandon Staley. That to me isn't a big difference. You look at a 7-5, what was Lance? I mean, it's not that deep. But regardless, Staley's doing an okay job this year. I don't know how you lose some of the games he lost, but whatever. I guess it was worth Lynn's job. But they're still going to beat the hell out of this team because they're better. And the New York Giants, led by Mike Glennon, is not going to be good. Although I do think it is a slight improvement over Daniel Jones. That's just because Daniel Jones to me is one of the worst starting quarterbacks in the National Football League. I mean, he fumbles, he can't feel pressure. He got an arm on him. He do got an arm, man. Daniel Jones,
good legs too.
He got some legs too, but man, his football awareness is like if you had a Madden scale, speed would be up there, all in awareness would be at 30. It's like he can't. I'm like, okay, here's a play against the Buccaneers last year. You got Carlton Davis covering somebody, and you got a wide open. What was his name that played for them? Wide receiver Slayton.
Like Darius Slayton.
Darius Slayton wide open over there on the left side. He's got his body turned all the way to a covered wide receiver, and Carlton Davis picks the ball off. It's like, what are you doing? You giving the DB stats. You pushing the DB stats over this point. So they can't win. The Giants can't win. I don't see an upset happening. Is it in Los Angeles?
Yeah, it's in LA.
Oh, absolutely not. And it's in a different time zone. They're not winning. I got the Los Angeles Chargers, Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, and the boys coming together with a nice 33 burger against the Giants. I say Glennon will have a couple picks. He might get a last-minute touchdown. I give him 10, 33-10.
Very interesting. That's like damn near spot on to my prediction.
Yeah.
Before I get into that, I got the Chargers easily winning this. Mike Glennon, bro. The Giants are bad even when Daniel Jones is in. Mike Glennon don't make it no better. I love Saquon Barkley, but all they got to do is stack the box. Their wide receivers haven't been doing shit. Has Kenny Galladay even got a touchdown yet this year?
I don't even think so, man.
What's going on over there? The Chargers, they're like one of the iffiest 7-5 teams I don't ever seen. Like, they when they played against the Ravens at the Ravens, they got demolished. They lost to. Let me see. Let me look at their schedule real quick.
They lost some weird games. Didn't they lose to Cleveland?
Games, man.
Did they lose to Cleveland?
Let me see. Cleveland. Nah, they beat Cleveland at home. That was a good game. I was watching. That was 47-42. But like I'm saying, like they lost 2 weeks ago. About 4 weeks ago, they lost to the Vikings, which the Vikings are an iffy team as well. But 2 weeks ago, how the hell did you lose 28-13 to the Broncos?
That was the oddest thing ever. I remember that game.
I don't understand that. They lost.
But when Denver, but the thing about it though is when Denver comes to play, I've noticed that Denver when Teddy Bridgewater is on, they own, man. Denver, they sneaky. They can't consistently put it together, but if Teddy get on a roll, they dangerous. It's literally a quarterback. That's what I say, a quarterback away. Because when Teddy plays good, they literally beat the Cowboys, they can beat good teams. But the regular Teddy.
Bro, it'll be very interesting. This is a little off topic right now, but it'll be very interesting if either Russell Wilson gets traded there or Rodgers signs there this offseason.
Yeah, Rodgers was talking about that. Rodgers was talking about Denver. Yeah, be a good fit.
Rodgers, for whatever reason, he wanted to be in the same division as Mahomes. I don't know why, but
that's a good fit.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I definitely like Denver. It sucks they traded away Von Miller though. Other than that, I definitely like their offense. They got two good running backs. Wide receiver core is good. I love Jared Jeudy. I like Courtland Sutton. No offense, decent. If you give them a Rodgers or Russell Wilson, they damn sure could be a playoff team because they already a borderline playoff team with Teddy Bridgewater.
Exactly.
So, but back on the Chargers. Yeah, the Chargers should easily win this game. They're like one of the lower seeds right now for playoff wise. I think they're like either the 6th or 7th, maybe the 5th, no higher than the 5th. So they still have to keep their standards good because it's a tight race in the AFC right now. Matter of fact, it's a tight race in both conferences. But Chargers get an easy win. I had them. He said 33-10. I actually have my prediction at 31-10. Like he said, I think the Giants for the most part get blown out all game. They get a last minute touchdown. They probably had a field goal already. And they get 10 points at the end. So, honestly, Chargers, that should be easy money for them. All right, going on to the next game. We got 4 more games left. Going on to the next game, we got the San Francisco 49ers at the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm going to start this one off. The Bengals are they're 7-5 as well. They're another iffy team that's like, bro, I just don't understand like what they be doing sometimes. Didn't they just lose last week too?
Mm,
I
yeah,
could have lost last week.
did they win?
Yeah, oh, they lost to the Chargers. They got blown out 41-22. Let me look at some of the other games they lost. They
Oh
lost
yeah,
to the
yeah, yeah. I
Jets this
remember.
year. Lost to the Packers. Only won by 3 against the Jaguars. Lost to the Bears. Like, I don't know. They're a weird team, too. On the other side of the ball, you got the 49ers. If Deebo Samuel is still hurt, I'm going to take the Bengals. Let me make sure if he's. I know Elijah Mitchell, their starting running back, he's out. I seen that. Deebo Samuel is questionable right now. I'm going to go like this. If Deebo Samuel plays, I'm going to get a slight edge to the 49ers, and I have them winning like 24-21. If Deebo Samuel don't play, I'm going to have the Bengals winning because by far Deebo Samuel is the best playmaker on the 49ers offense. And without their starting running back already, they're kind of already like, needing of an explosive player. So without Deebo, I'm going to have the Bengals winning 27 to like 17. With Deebo, I got the 49ers winning 24-21.
I got you. With or without Debo, I'm picking the San Francisco 49ers. I think Cincinnati is on its way to having bad football. I think they're a good team. I even think they'll probably still sneak in the playoffs. But it's time for Cincinnati to go ahead and put 2 weeks of bad football out. That's just what Joe Burrow and Zach Taylor do this year. They play bad ball and then good ball and then bad football. And I look at the coaching situation in this, and I still am. Maybe I'm one of the rare ones, but I still think Shanahan in this league is a top 10 coach, maybe top 8. And I don't think Brandon Staley is quite there yet. I don't think he can defensively wise too. I think San Francisco defense always plays pretty hard regardless of who's in there. They have a defensive mentality. You can obviously tell whoever their defensive coordinator is instills their values into them about what they want to do at a football game. So their defense is always pretty good. The game comes down to Jimmy G and if he can play good ball or if he's going to play that bad football that he played. Did y'all beat them, the Colts?
Yeah, we beat them.
Jimmy G played bad ball that day. I'm
it was
wondering
a tough game. That I'll give him a pass on that only because the conditions were very horrible. It was bad, but
bad conditions.
Yeah, he didn't play that great.
I'm gonna pick San Francisco 27, Cincinnati 23.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's gonna be right around that. Whoever gets the edge out on there, I think both of them score in the 20s. So going into the next game, I'm gonna go first because it's gonna be a hell of a reaction from Craig 1K. We've been waiting for this game all podcast. The last 4 o'clock game of the weekend, we got the Bills at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm gonna start it off like I said. I'm gonna have Craig say the best for last. I think it's gonna be a shootout, and I think the Bucks gonna actually end up winning. After seeing the Colts Bucks game, that was two relatively good defensive teams. They went at it. It was a high scoring game. I believe I think the final score was 38-31, right? I think it's gonna be a similar game. This game is gonna come down to a key turnover in clutch time. I think it's gonna be like I said, back and forth. The Bills, in all honesty, they're gonna be passing. Everybody knows that. They don't even run the ball, and then they damn sure not gonna run the ball against y'all. Y'all number one run defense. Yeah. So they're gonna pass the ball, and y'all secondary gonna have their hands full, man. Dealing with Stephon Diggs, who I think is a top 5 receiver, dealing with Cole Beasley, dealing with Emmanuel Sanders, dealing with Dawson Knox, Josh Allen, of course. They're gonna have their hands full, and of course, I like the Bucks to score on the Bills defense. Shit, Leonard Fournette might have a hell of a day. The Bills' run defense is horrible, man. The shit, Jonathan Taylor put 5 touchdowns against the niggas. So, yeah, I'm gonna have both of y'all scoring up in the 30s. Like I said, it's gonna come down to that last key turnover, and I like the Bucks to get that turnover to seal the game. I got the Bucks winning. It's gonna be a close game, man. I got the Bucks winning 34-31. Bucks gonna be up. It's gonna be a last. This time it's not gonna come down to Brady. It's gonna come down to the Bills offense, and I think the Bills turn the ball over, or either the Bucks get a stop. And I think the Bucks win 34-31 in a pretty damn good game.
Okay.
What you got, Bucks fans?
So we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers led by perhaps the greatest quarterback this world has ever seen, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady, playing Josh Allen, Sean McDermott, which have, surprised people. I remember Sean McDermott's days in Carolina. I wasn't sure why he got the head coaching job, and he did a pretty good job. They picked Josh Allen, who I was a fan of in terms of the ability that he had, and I believe his future in the NFL was bright. Last year, they took the world by storm. This year, they proceeded to get mollywopped by teams like the Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they're facing the reigning Super Bowl champs, and I'm sure Tom is shivering. Let's be real. Tom Brady isn't scared of the Buffalo Bills. There's certain teams that people aren't scared of. Now, Devin White and Antoine Whitfield and Mike Evans, they don't know nothing about Buffalo, but Brady already got this is a must win for the Buccaneers. They know this. You look at defense, Buffalo has an extremely good passing defense, not running defense, which falls into one of these games where I think it's going to be a little more of a strategic game, in my opinion, because I think their pass defense, we all know Brady, love him or hate him at 44. Sometimes those good pass defenses like the Saints just kind of they overwhelm them a little bit, and they overwhelm our receivers because Mike Evans has a very hard time getting separation when it comes to very good cornerbacks. I'll be real, I'm a Mike Evans super fan, but he's not your guy if you want to go up with somebody that's physical like him. Mike Evans is good against people like Adoree Jackson and those short corners. That when he can just straight up manhandle you. But I think the X factor and the difference maker in this, two of them, Chris Godwin, Leonard Fournette. Those are two players I don't think the Bills can stop. I just don't think the Buffalo Bills have the capability to, especially with the injury to White, Chris Godwin, and then I think Leonard Fournette could just run up the middle. But in my opinion, I think they switch it up. We'll see if I'm right. If I was the coaching staff, I'm going all Rojo. I think Rojo's change of pace and the way he runs could fit with just killing this Buffalo Bills football team. And I think the coaching staff is going to take note of that. Don't be surprised, anybody that's watching this, if we see a lot of Rojo. Leonard Fournette, of course, is going to still be in the game, but a lot of Rojo quick burst runs. I think he can really take this game over and be the difference, because when you get him running and Leonard Fournette running together, the play action is there, and it's a killer. Now, I'll be real. I'm a little scared of Buffalo's defense, a little scared of their offense. But Carlton Davis will be playing. Jamel Dean has been practicing. He's in concussion protocol, so that looks like he'll be playing. And Sean Murphy-Bunting, of course, should still be playing. So we'll have our three starting corners. Mike Edwards suspended for COVID violations, sad to say, and Jordan Whitehead's out. So the safety position is something you want to look at because that's a big hole and that could mess up. But I think with Andrew Adams, he's not an A+ player, but he's a C, and he's played in this defense before. And when you put all those things together and you look at the slight edge having Tom and having all our players versus what they have and the injuries that they have, I'm picking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I'm picking the Buccaneers to win this football game 33 to the Buffalo Bills 24. Josh Allen will turn the football over at least one time. I believe Shaq Barrett, Vita Vea, or a sneak peek, Anthony Nelson, our backup linebacker. Mm-hmm. Our backup linebacker, one of those two will have themselves an interception or a fumble or force a fumble or something of that nature. So I think a couple of turnovers put it in the Buccaneers' way, like you said. Josh Allen down here in the South, in Florida, it's going to be a little bit different environment than playing up there in Buffalo. But I think we're better than them. I think Tampa Bay is a better football team than the Buffalo Bills. So it's going to be a good game, but I'm sticking to my score prediction. I'm sticking to Thomas Edward Patrick Brady going 10-3. That sounds good.
Okay, I respect that. Yeah. Josh Allen, man, he's been known, even if it's not an interception, he's known to give the ball away. Crazy running style when he's trying to run out the pocket. He kind of does like how LaShawn McCoy does. Yeah. So I could definitely see, like I said, that kind of factored into my decision too. I believe that the Bills will turn over the ball more than the Bucs at the end of the day. So I think we're both on the same page there. All right, we got the final 2 games of the week, man. We're going into Sunday night football. For whatever reason, every year we get this sorry ass game, Sunday night football. But we got the Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers. And I'm gonna keep mine short and sweet. Packers gonna win. The Packers favored by 13. I would say it's gonna be a little bit close. Well, nah, fuck that. Packers gonna blow them out, though. Honestly, the Bears are not good. I got the Packers. I got the Packers putting up 27, and I got the Bears putting up 7. They're gonna get 1 touchdown. So yeah, I got the Packers winning by 20. Yeah, at Lambeau. Packers still got a chance for the number 1 seed. They're not playing around with the Bears. They don't like the Bears. Bears don't like them. It don't really matter. Bears can't really do nothing about it. So yeah, Packers gonna win 27-7. Keep their bye chances alive for that number 1 seed. What you got?
I want to pick Chicago, but I'm not because I'm not crazy. I'm not insane. I want to say Justin Fields and Matt Nagy play like they deserve to stay, even though Matt Nagy doesn't. Fields does, but I want to say that Matt finally in probably his last game playing them unless they play again. No, he beat them already this year. So this is like his last game against him. Something just tells me Matt Nagy's gonna pull it out, but I know the way the real world works and the way the roster of the Chicago Bears is, there's probably not a chance in hell. I'm gonna go with Green Bay. I don't say Aaron Rodgers 30. Chicago 7. It's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be a bad football game. I don't think they can move it against Green Bay.
Yeah, I think like I said, yeah, I think the Packers gonna dominate from start to finish. As far as watching, unless you're a Packers fan, I don't think it's gonna be an interesting game to watch like that. I think it's gonna be very one-sided and very dominant and defensive oriented. All right, with that being said, man, we made it to our last game of the week. And this is the perfect way to end off a very good week 14. We got an NFC West showdown, man. And it's in Glendale, Arizona. We got the Los Angeles Rams visiting the Arizona Cardinals for a prime battle of some of the NFC favorites. The Rams are 8-4 this year, and the Cardinals are 10-2. With the Cardinals, man, they got Kyler and D Hop back, I believe, last week. I know they're probably still a little bit banged up. They're definitely going to need them. Ramsey usually does a pretty decent. Well, I would say it goes back and forth. Ramsey and D Hop been going at it for a while. Back when Ramsey was on the Jaguars and Hopkins was on the Texans, and usually it goes back and forth. Ramsey have a good game, then D Hop have a good game. So it's one of those type of things. The thing with the Rams, man, I don't watch them too closely, but it seems like their offense is, I wouldn't say going on a down spiral, but it seems like they're not clicking as they once were earlier in the year. That's not good going into
Robert Woods.
Yeah, Robert Woods injury was huge, man. He was a very big part of that team. Shit, not even just as a player, but just in general, on the sideline, that that type of veteran presence. He's definitely a big part of the team. So that was huge when they lost him. Odell, he's still trying to find his way in. He's not quite there yet. Stafford and Odell still got to build that connection. Cooper Kupp playing at an all-time high. He's probably on pace to win Offensive Player of the Year for the NFC, honestly. But for this game purpose, they got the Cardinals favored by 3, and they're at home, so that pretty much means they have it even. I can see why, man. But them Cardinals been playing. And honestly, they should. I don't know what their other loss was, but it should be at least 11-1 because they sold that game against I believe the Packers. Was that Thursday night?
Packers blew them out.
Wait, was it? Hold on, who was it? It was
Panthers. They just went dome. Carolina.
It was one guy I was watching this shit, and Kyler, he threw the fade route to AJ Green, but he wasn't paying attention, and they got a free pick. I think it was the Packers.
The Packers, yeah.
Yeah, they lost 24-21.
The Packers.
Yeah, so Cardinals been playing good, man. They've been holding it down when Kyler and D-Hop was out. But now that they're back, I mean, it's kind of tough to go against them. They're at home. The Rams been playing. They've been playing all right. Not nothing crazy as of recent. So I'm gonna go with the Cardinals, man. I think it's gonna be a close, competitive game. It's not gonna be too high scoring. I'm gonna have the Cardinals edging the Rams out 23-20 at home to seal up Week 14. What you got?
Oh, LA, how we love the Los Angeles Rams, the copycats of the NFL who are going to go try to buy their super team, except they didn't get AB. They went and got somebody that hasn't played like AB ever in his career. But that's beside the point. I hope they win. I hope they do, because for playoff seeding, I would really appreciate if the Cardinals would stop winning so Tampa Bay can catch up. They keep winning. And with that being said, I believe that the Arizona Cardinals are going to beat the hell out of the Los Angeles Rams again. I don't know if they beat them, like they're going to beat them. And they're going to beat them pretty toughly. I'm thinking Arizona 27, Rams 19. Not a horrible game, but they're going to win comfortably. That's what I'm feeling. I mean, I just think that Kyler Murray's playing at an outstanding level. When you look at DeAndre Hopkins, even if they stop him, they can't stop Rondale Moore. They've got was Christian Kirk on there still?
Yeah, Christian Kirk still.
Christian Kirk, AJ Green when he catching the football correctly. So they got a lot of weapons. I've seen the Rams play against good ball teams, and they just don't really. The only team that they beat that was solid is probably the Bucs, to be honest. They beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then again, they beat the beginning of the season Buccaneers when we had to throw D. Delaney and Rashard Robinson out in the middle of the game, which kind of made it very easy for him to shred that apart. So I'm picking Arizona.
Okay.
Arizona all the way.
Okay, so that wraps up everything. All the games this week. I do want to have at the end of our predictions, I like to add a little segment of lock of the week and upset of the week. So it sounds like your only upset was the Jets, right? Over the the Jets over the Saints. So my upset of the week is by far the Lions over the Broncos. But my question to you, and I'm gonna answer mine as well, is what is your lock of the week? If you had to empty out everything in your bank account, and all you need them to do is win, you don't need them to win by a certain amount of points. You just need them to win. Who is your lock of the week? Lock it in right now for the people. Who you got?
Let's see. It's some good games out there. I want to say whoever the Texans are playing, I forgot.
Seahawks.
That is probably a lock of the week.
Okay.
It's scary, but that's probably a lock of the week. I just can't see the Davis Mills. Now that I know Mills is in, I can't see it.
Okay. So his lock of the week, he going with Seattle Seahawks. I thought about them, and I thought about choosing them. But you know what? Just to go on the other side of the spectrum, I'm gonna go with the Los Angeles Chargers at home.
Okay.
The Giants. I'm not worried about Mike Glennon. There's no way in hell if I put all my money in my bank account on the line that Mike Glennon is gonna make me lose. Ain't no fucking
giraffe. Can't even throw it the damn.
Ain't no fucking way. So my lock of the week, I'm going with the Chargers over the Giants. My upset of the week is Lions over the Broncos. And for Craig, upset of the week, he has the Jets at home against the Saints. He has the Jets beating the Saints. And then for his lock of the week, he has the Seahawks over the Texans. So hopefully, we wasn't too far off with our predictions this week. We'll probably revisit it and see how we did once the games all the games are done. But I plan on for the last couple of weeks or so and going into the playoffs. I plan on bringing this weekly upload for you guys for all the predictions and shit. Maybe we can help y'all win some money with our friends.
Money.
Yeah, or anything.
We be winning around here. We know what's going on.
Yeah, we know what's going on, man.
We know, and we know when Davis Mills in a football game, the Texans slight 2% go to 0.001%.
Exactly. So y'all better listen close. Shout your channel out, man. Go follow my boy.
Like and subscribe. Keeping it 1K podcast, y'all. We both talk football. Subscribe to both of them. We gonna both get you right. Everybody want to hear about what's going on in the league. And ESPN don't know what be going on half the time. If you ain't watching Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless, don't watch nothing they talking about. Come to this YouTube channel so you can get some real football knowledge. Because if you ask them, the Saints still got good quarterback play, and they don't know what they be talking about. And they say that Brady won the game, and they ain't even look and see that it was Leonard. So we all know what the main TV do, but we gonna tell the truth. You feel me? We gonna tell the real football truth. So check it out.
We damn sure is. And I apologize to you all for not, getting this in earlier, because this will be uploaded on Saturday morning. So we did miss the Thursday game. Going forward, if our schedule permits, I'll probably try to get this in Tuesday or Wednesday so we can do all of the games. But with that being said, man, hey, y'all got our picks, y'all got our predictions for this week. Like I said, next week we'll come back with week 18. And I'll probably revisit and see how we both did. We got a lot of similar picks, but we got a couple different picks. So we're gonna revisit it, go over a couple of key games. But other than that, man, this has been a great week. And I'm ready for some football. I don't know about you. How you feel?
Man, I'm ready too, man. I'm ready to see Tom do what Tom do.
Yeah, and my coat's on the box, so I could relax and just
relax and just watch it.
Yeah, I could just watch football. But yeah,
no bullets.
With that being said, man, I'm gonna wrap this episode up. I'm gonna have all his credentials and everything for his channel in the bio. Y'all go show my boy some love. Show me some love too. And we young Tampa legends trying to get it out the mud. So all the support helps, bro. With that being said, I'll catch y'all next week.